set up a map. Give me like 2 seconds to get this share out, and I'll be good to go. Sorry about that. Well, first thing I do is, well, click on a new save. I always go new farmer. Then I go over here, I'm going to do walkers. I'm going to set it just the way I've got it in my actual, got it up in my stream. Or not my stream, but my, one video I did. How to turn a walker's farm into a possible Millennium Farmer, or one of the other guys. Or you can make your personal one that you have, maybe you live out in the country and your neighbor's got a farm and you want to kind of do a farm sim video, or do a farm using Fs19, same way they got theirs. So what I'm doing is, I've got seasons on, and I'm just going to run through here. I'm going to set this up for Kentucky instead of Minnesota or any of the other super snow areas, because I'm going to need actual ground first to have it set up where I can drop some cheats. I'm going to drop the government subsidy signs. Because that's going to make it a little easier to do what I got to do. Because if you don't have a lot of money to do the landscaping and get the materials you need, then it's kind of a real pain in the neck. So I'm going to let this load up. Shouldn't take long. If you want maps to load real fast, the object the game is, don't put a lot of mods in, because it has to load your marketplace plus whatever else is on the map that the map maker's already done. You know, I kind of like using the Welkers map because it's flat, but I don't like using the flat map because then you've got to put your shops, like, well, he set it up different now, the map, the modder did, where you got to drop shops and everything else, and it takes a little bit more time. The only issue I have with this map is you cannot sell silage. You cannot sell hay, and you can't sell grass that's not baled. And I repeat, that is not baled. If it's baled up, you can sell it. If you are wanting to do that, then you can set your own up. And I just got personally contacted by Mr. Alien Jim. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry. My deepest apologies on that. Getting a personal message from Mr. Alien Jim is kind of a cool thing. First thing you want to do, right off the bat, is stop time. Get it to real time. I play the economy on easy, turn the traffic off. Turn the auto starts off. Crop destruction, don't like it. And turn the weeds off. Then I go to my seasons and I crank it up, because this is going to take some time and I really don't want to mess up what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go in here to the menu of what we own, and I'm going to start wiping out buildings. The only thing I'm not going to strip straight off the map right off the bat is our silo that actually has stuff in it. This one could go. This one's got stuff in it. I think it's got a bunch of oats. But I'm going to take those oats and transfer them over to one of the other I'm going to transfer them over to one of the other silos I'm going to put down. Now I am going to vehicle jump. And I'm going to start rushing all of this stuff to the actual marketplace. You can go ahead and just sell it all through the store, or sell it all through the tablet. That's kind of a pain in the neck. Give me one more second. Now I'm going to take all this stuff to the store. Because eventually this field 1 that I've got, we've already got field 2. I'm going to take field 1 and I'm going to break it down into 5 fields, or 2 fields. I'm going to take field 2, break it down to 2 fields. And then after I break 2 down, I'm going to finish mowing down all the trees and the area. Then I will get one of the square plows and I will plow up my own fields, and then go in and do some paint brushing and fixing all that up, because after I get the paintbrush done, I'll be able to set markers to keep our friends that like to work for us, the workers, to keep them from running into the other fields. Because let's say I own field 2 right now. If I own field 1, and Giant's lovely AI, which sometimes is amazing, but sometimes kind of does what they want to do, they'll go straight across this little berm, this little dirt path, and they will start plowing something, or seeding something, or they'll start laying seed or plowing, whatever, in field 1 when you don't want them to. So with the paintbrush tool, if you widen this out, they'll look at it as different areas. And then it'll be good to go. So you can take a big field that looks like it's going to take you 6 months to work, and actually break it down to smaller fields. So let's say you want to do corn, part of field 2. The other part, you want to do soybeans. You could split it up where you could do 2 different fields and have no issues. You could also take field 1, break it down to as many small fields as you want, and pretty much do a variety pack of crops you want to do, instead of just having a worker work for the next 200 years just trying to plow one field or cultivate it or seed it or even harvest it. Because a lot of times I will take a second worker. They will be cultivating one field, I'll cultivate the other. So the map wants to be a little difficult. If you get a vehicle stuck or whatever, easiest thing to do is first you have to get out of it. It will not let you reset a vehicle while you're in it. With my little cursor issues, I have to scroll down a little harder because it wants to wander either north or south on my controller. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sell this implement, and I can't haul both those at the same time because it doesn't have the bungee straps. Let me get rid of the implements, and I'll drive the tractors up there. I mean, if you wanted to keep the big brute stuff out, or the big bud stuff out, you can. The thing about Fs19, especially for the new people on PlayStation that just picked it up, because it's free for the rest of this month, is if you don't like a map, you could alter it. But if you like the map, then you can keep running and doing what you're doing. So you want to use all the equipment that's here. That's fine too. I personally like to have fun and change some of the maps up. This map I have played hundreds of hours on Fs17, and I played quite a bit on Fs19. But with the longer seasons, sometimes the plan is you are just standing there with the game at 120 times speed and you're waiting for it to go. And you're just waiting for your days to cycle through. What I've done on my other map is I set up the pellet factory so that during the wintertime, when I'm waiting for the days to just go by, I can sit there and make pellets. Make some pellet pallets, make some extra cash. With this map, I will not be running any animals. Because honestly, I don't know if they fixed, because I haven't tried it lately, the actual milk cell point, which are where these white silos are. I don't know if they've 100% fixed them or not. Also, I've learned on this map some of the animal products are a little more pain in the rear than what they're worth. Now that I've got my signs down, I'm gonna crank the speed up. I'm gonna keep an eye on the speed. Because I basically only want about $10 million. If you want to set this map up and get everything done, get all the equipment that you want, and get back to that $100,000 point, you go in and you go to your vehicles and you find the most expensive thing to lease, which I think, I don't know about the class because I haven't messed with the class, but I know the Krone in-game forage harvester is like $47,000 to lease. You could take the Krone and lease a bunch of them and then turn them right back in, and the money goes down. Do not go in and put them in to buy and then turn them right around and resell them, because you're absolutely doing nothing. Any vehicle that has not been used for at least an hour in-game time, if you look over at my speedometer, you see the 19, and below that you see another 19, then you see an hourglass. The hourglass has a 2.9, which means this has almost 3 hours of runtime on it. I will not get full price for this vehicle. If that was 0 and a decimal point in any number after that, I'd get full price for it. But due to the fact that it's 2.9, I will not get full price. But I do like to read some vehicles back fully repaired. Now I'm going to turn this off. And I'm just going to keep driving vehicles over here, because I'm going to bring one vehicle back to take out trees. I will paintbrush over all the little bushes and shrubs and all that stuff. Right now it's just a back and forth, driving stuff down there, dropping it off. But I think what I'm going to do to save time, I'm going to drop this off, go get one of the best tree trimming mods in the game. I'm going to drive it back, or I'm going to reset it. Oh, you want to be difficult. So we're going to get forestry over to the T-Rex. Best tree trimming mod in the game. It'll take a whole tree and make it disappear. Well, thank you for warning y'all from doing that while driving it over, because everybody's time is precious. I'm gonna hop out of it, run away from it, get my cursor, Come on, pick it up. There it is. Reset it. Now I can jump in and I'm right here. Shut it down. Now that it's back to where I need it to be. Go into my map. And I want to buy this field. So now that I can make 5 fields. I'm gonna make 2. I'm gonna make 1 right here. 1 here. 1 over here. And I'm gonna put 1 right there. We're going back to the landscaping tool. Put my paintbrush on. Get the grass tool. I'm gonna expand this as wide as I can. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna lurch it out just a little bit. Odd shape fields, they're nice. They're fun to work if you're going to work them yourself. But actual computer hates them. They don't follow the lines. They want to go straight lines. Left, right, front, center. They don't want to go in a corner. They don't want to do a turn. You'll have to go back over that same area again and again and again to clean up their mess of what they missed. And it's a scripting issue. It's not nothing crazy. The PC guys out there, they've got this thing called Course Play Mod. They can pretty much set up the AI to follow them around, follow the contours of the map. They can even set it up where I think they could drive their own. They could drive vehicles to sell points. So all you gotta do is jump in it, sell it, and set it up for them to turn around and go back. Us little console guys, we can't do that. So we've got to find ways to make it easier on us. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to take out this edge of the field here. And the reason I am doing that is to give the AI, when I let them loose, the opportunity to turn around. Because when you're using big heavy equipment, the AI has issues with turning around. If there's a fence, if there's a tree, if there's a gas tank, you've got a tractor just sitting off on the side of the field. They will either say object blocked, or they'll straight up avoid that area, and you're going to have to go back in with your harvester, with any implement they're using, and clean up the mess. This eliminates the mess. Now I'm going to fill all this in with grass. Well, I'm going to try to. Let's see. I'm going to buy this section long enough to use the paintbrush. Because I want to paint around all these corners, get everything straightened out. and it'll be good to go. Personally, I think Giants should hire some of these amazing map makers and some of these amazing modders that can make just about anything they want. Hire them to help them with the AI of the workers. Help them come up with new and more creative maps. Because the 2 starter maps, they're not bad. But if you're playing no mods, it's a straight vanilla game. After maybe a week or 2, you're going to get bored. It's one thing about this game and like Fallout and some of the others that allow modding. You could pretty much change your game and do whatever you want. Let's say all I wanted to do was come in here and I wanted to be a sheep farmer. So I could buy up all this land, put me a couple sheeps in here, sheep pastures and fields and stuff, turn this all into grassland, buy a lawnmower, and a nice big multi-fruit silo, set it up, and then just be a sheep farmer. All I wanted to do is raise cattle. Put you down some cattle buildings with some of the mods that are out there, and I could just raise cattle. Either do beef cattle, or there's a dairy barn that's in the mod hub that you can straight up raise cattle, nothing more than for milk. You could be a chicken farmer. There's this mod pack. I'll show you all real quick. Or animals. It's the realistic farming mod. These are huge animal areas. And this is what you would see at a Tyson Foods chicken house. Giant houses. Cow barn's not that impressive. And the pigs are all indoors. But it's great. But if you want to do nothing but beef, let's see where I get this if it's any easier to see. But you could just do beef on this one. 50 cows. It's just, there's no limits to your imagination and your personal creativity on what you want to do with Fs19. I've seen guys take maps and you look at the starter map, the original map, and then go back and look at what they've done, and it's nothing like what the map maker made. Alien Jim, he's one of the best map makers out there because his maps like 6 farms. If all you want to do is do a transport job, you just want to transport stuff, go jump on Sussex Farms, buy you a small house or even a decoration house, grab his floor mat mod or doormat mod, toss it in there, and then all you got to do is get your semi truck, get you a semi trailer, maybe a forklift for the back of it, or a telehandler or wheel loader or anything you want to use, and you could drive and do that. You get you a fuel container, transport fuel and milk and that kind of stuff, and air and water from different spots. He's made another map called No Man's Land, which is a straight up do what you want map. Each section of property isn't very expensive. He's even made it where you can eliminate all the trees on the map. You can eliminate all the rocks on the map. Then all you gotta do is get your landscaping tool, kind of like what I'm using here, but instead of a paintbrush, you can use a leveling tool, level that sucker flat, and do whatever you want. Or you can just put a big old mountain in the middle of it, or whatever your imagination will let you do. A lot of these map makers have made it that you can do it. Which still surprises me on some maps that I jump on, because every map that comes out, I honestly jump on and give it a couple hours of playthrough, see if I can find a reason for me to play it. If it's nice size or lots of custom stuff that I can do to it, and I'm happy. If it's just a regular map, but it offers me a challenge, like the Campaign of France map. That map, absolutely, I love it, and it drives me nuts, because I like using big equipment. I like running the big buds and some of the newer paid DLC stuff. I love it. But my only issue is when I'm running on smaller maps, I can't do that. So now I have to change my thought processes and go to smaller equipment, which is not a big deal. But it's still, I have to change the way I'm thinking on doing stuff. So now that I've got all that greened out, what I'm going to do is set up my roads. I'm going to have one road in, and it's going to be the same road out. And if you like to drag the paint tool and move it too fast, you kind of get them blops that go outside. I'm not going to waste my time with this load, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. It's a little bit of money, not a lot of money. And I'm going to go in and sell that back. Now that I've done all the painting I want to do to it. And I'm going to set up my roads. This will be the road in and the road out. Like I said, I'm going to split this into two fields. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to follow that back along. But I think I want to split it right here. And this should keep the AI from field hopping. Looking at your in-game map, it's not going to show you no difference. Except for and you go into plant crops. So if I've got corn here, I've got soybeans here, I've got oats, and then I've got wheat, then you're looking at, 4 fields set up with 4 different products. Now what I'm going to do is come down here and I'm going to run this in. Just like this. It's not going to be perfect. I've got to take the trees out, maybe expand the road, maybe shrink the road up a little bit. Sorry about that. Well, right now I am going to stop this map right here. I keep the autosave on just to show. And I apologize for the dogs barking. I'm going to switch maps. And then I'll show you what I've actually done to the map. Nice job, Brian. Which map did you change up? Yeah, that's one of Jim's maps. Like I was saying earlier, that's that map and No Man's Land, and I want to say modular maps. The modular map are some of the best because they've already got all your sell points set up, and they've got the sell points set up, so you can pretty much take that map and do what you want with it after you've got it all set up. I mean, as y'all can see, this is the change. This is the finished product. Got a house, 2 silos, 1 regular silo. I like it because it's got the air dryer on it. And then I've got the Missy B supersized 900k liters of multi-grain, multi-fruit. Like I said, I was setting up a section 4 pallets. And for pellets, I'm going to be working on that in the next winter, because I just started my second season. And I'm going to have one of my tractors pull the pellets, and I'll be dumping them in the dump truck, bringing them over here. I'll be using this little forklift to load the machine and to unload the full pallets. I'm going to try this bioheat cell point. Get some of the nice lighting system up, because otherwise it's jet black, you can't see nothing. Just got done putting weed in this field. But equipment wise, I am using the big boy toys. Some of the biggest equipment that you could get in the game. I've got 3 headers, one for corn, the other 2 for your grain products. Second semi to haul the product into the silos. 2 of the Fs19s, because I'll run one and I'll have the computer AI run another. Got 2 of the big John Deeres. I gotta turn the time off, because I'm trying to hurry up and get stuff to grow. Turn some lights on. I've got a smaller Deere that I use for pretty much everything on the farm. It's gonna be my baler, it's my lawnmower. It's mainly in gym mods. It's one of the first ones they put out on Fs19. This is pretty much my implement shed. 2 fuel tankers, lime spreader, forage harvester, auger wagon, tipper trailer, another planter, subsoiler, loading wagon, auger wagon. Got a windrow, nice cultivator, little tedder that I was playing with earlier. And here's my trailers. This is the Pacesetter B, I think, or A. It holds 30,000 liters. Here's another one of the Pacesetters. It holds 60. So I could haul 90,000 liters of any grain crop without any issues. But you could take this section here and put on any trailer you want on the back of it, because they do detach. It comes with another little 30,000 liter. I sold it off, but you can put a 70,000, 79,000 liter trailer back here in the back and hold over 100,000 liters if you wanted to. I just like the setup because it looks nice with all the chrome. I like to support our modders out there, so I do not use very many actual in-game stuff. Nothing against Giants. Love them to death. They made a decent game. But the modders have just taken a simple game and turned it into an amazing game. This tire and that tree will not leave. I cannot cut that tree down. I've hit it with the T-Rex. I've hit it with the chainsaw. It will not come down. And I think that tree is holding this tire. Because I've learned from running on some Alien Gyms maps that if you take out a tree stump, I'm going to skip through the night. If you take out a tree stump or you take out a fence post or whatever, you could remove stuff from the map. It'll get rid of rocks and that kind of stuff. Learned that back on Mercury Farms. With the map overview, doesn't look like I've done much. That's all blank. There's 2 fields here. But if I go like this, you can see I've got 5 fields instead of 2. I could have made this one into a smaller field, but I figured it was better off being grass. But I just wanted to just show you all how I set up a map and some of the changes I do. And I'm gonna call it right there. If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the sub button. If you didn't like what you've seen, hit the dislike button. Post down in the comments why. If you see anything I could do better, hey, holler at me, let me know. Other than that, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day. This is Jeremyggaming, and I'll see y'all later.